This is Comcast Local Edition. I'm Jack Hanson. There are lots of troubles in this world, and we can't solve all of them, but there are some folks who are trying to do their very best. And Dwayne Hunn is with us right now. He is one of those folks, and he's Executive Director of the People's Lobby Proposal for World Service. And it's sort of an organization that brings people into other organizations that help the world.
Yes. It's citizen-initiated legislation that is in 40 or 50 congressional offices. And it needs 40 or 50 bipartisan co-sponsors. And to get that, it needs tens of thousands of signatures on a petition, which is online at www.worldservicecorps.us. What it would do if it passed this year, then over 6 years, it would ramp up 100 and some thousand each year, so that 1 million Americans would have their voluntary choice of serving voluntarily in their choice of the Peace Corps, AmeriCorps, Habitat for Humanity, Doctors Without Borders, Head Start, or the Red Cross, and other similarly effective organizations. And if you did the service on a volunteer basis, then the kicker, the financial incentive, is you get 2 years of community college tuition plus 2 years of state college tuition, which in 2004 dollars is about 15 grand. Or if you did it and wanted to dedicate it to your kids or grandkids, you could give that amount of money for educational uses to them. It's a mini GI Bill of Rights, in essence, which Greenspan said is what makes us great. Or you could put it in your medical savings account or your IRA account, because we want to get not just young people, but 18 through 60 plus, whenever people feel confident and willing to do this. So you have a mix of experience and youthful idealism and energy. And it's not a new big organization, it's an umbrella to bring human resources, which are America's best resource to combat terrorism and the ugly American image that's growing.
Yeah, well, the image is growing, and you wonder, our ideal idea is to send people out, they'll meet Americans, they'll spread certain ideas and so forth. But do you think that George Bush is trying to do that sort of in Iraq? They're trying, we're America, we're great, we're wonderful. Do you think these people can make a difference at a grassroots level?
Well,
as opposed to a military level.
I'll tell you how I think they could make a difference in Iraq. I think northern Iraq is safe enough for 10 or 20,000 American volunteers, Peace Corps, Habitat, Doctors Without Borders, to go and do stuff there. Southern Iraq, where the Brits control it, it's probably safe enough to send them there. If you sent 10 or 20,000, if we had this thing running, to those areas, the soldiers in Fallujah and Baghdad who are under increasing pressure, they would hear, the people in those towns would hear that Americans are doing what they consider the right thing, what a mild-mannered, do-good, practical, productive preschool American is supposed to do. And I think the pressure on our soldiers in those parts of the world would lessen. And that's how I think we ought to be approaching the world. Unfortunately, I think, and this isn't, I'm trying not to make this partisan, but I think if more people in this administration had done this kind of service 20 or so years ago, we probably wouldn't have stumbled into the kind of Iraq imbroglio that we've stumbled into.
Yeah, of course, looking back, it's too late now. We have to look forward. Obviously, that's why you're concerned about this. It's interesting you point out about ages of people, though, because even in the Peace Corps, there was a certain level, you think it's all young people. It wasn't. There was a lot of people of all different ages who at some point in their life want to accomplish something or do something they feel good about. So that's what this would do.
Yes, and you look around, a lot of young people, you go to the gym and young people after 9/11 wanted to join the fire department, join the military. What they really want to join is a good team that does good things. This gives the young that opportunity, but what they need also is the wisdom and experience that comes with age. So if you're going to flood these organizations with a lot of new volunteers, which would happen if this bill passes, then you need people who have experience to help those organizations manage it. And Peter Drucker would say you mix these ingredients up, and then you have the ability to manage it, and you show the world that that's what we're supposed to be good at, managing. And
well, I grew up in a time when America was right in our minds. We did the right thing. And we'd like to see that return again one way or another. Excuse me. Anyway, well, you're going to have to take over, Dwayne. I just lost my voice. And the last thing I'd like to say is what?
I hope people will contact their elected officials, Congress people, and even the supervisors here are considering putting in a resolution to say, why don't we do this kind of peaceful, productive thing?
Thank you, Dwayne, very much. My voice is somewhat back again. Thank you very much for watching. This is Comcast Local Edition, and what Dwayne has to say, I think, is very important.